Hi, this is Imperial Holonet News. With our second interview, we have Ullur, a high rank. To be specific, he is a member of the Emperor's Court and is a prophet. Uh, we're
That
gonna
is
start
true.
off. We're gonna start off with question number one. What are your views on the Imperium of Premptu?
Currently, my views on the Imperium are along the lines of it being a new group. Since we were originally the Red Visor Imperium, we have now branched into what is now known as the Imperium of Primdu, which is something completely new. It's no longer Red Visor. It does have some aspects of the Red Visor, but majority of it is brand new. Personally, I am both happy and sad about this new change. Happy because now we can start from scratch, such as like when an artist looks at a new canvas, it's brand new, you can do whatever you want with it. But I'm disheartened and sad due to the fact that the original lore that me and my lore writers had written, most of it got scrapped. Most if not all of it. However, it does bring about new potential for us to write new topics and us to create more interesting things that will get the community rolling with it.
All right, interesting. Okay, next question. How do you feel about the recent, well, not so recent, but recent in a way, raid on the Discord?
By the recent raid, are you referring to like when everything got deleted?
Yeah, I presume it was like TCI, Chaos, something.
Yeah, because personally, I wasn't aware of it. I wasn't. However, from what I've gathered, we've been trying to sort of work with it, try and rebuild where things have been taken down, replace things that have been broken, and all that sort of thing. We're trying to fix everything right back to where it originally was and try and make it a little bit better, from what I've gathered.
How, what are your opinions on the people who actually did the raid, though?
Again, I wasn't really aware that there was a raid, but for the people who did it, kind of kind of a bitch move. Excuse me if I can't use that language here, but like it's kind of rude because it's like, oh, you want to go? We're an up and coming new group. Someone's a new group. Oh, let's go ahead and mess with them. You, why? What's the point of it? The point of
Yeah,
messing with a new group when it's just trying to get started.
yeah, that makes sense. Uh, anyways, after that raid, we've remade the group and whatever, but do you think it's now going in a good direction?
Personally, I see as though we're going in a good direction, but the staff members, the leaders, they need to follow. We just need to keep moving forward and try and work together to make it a good group in this direction. To where if someone has a bad idea and that gets put into the play, it could put a wrench in the plan. So right now, it's going in a good direction, but so long as we keep following this path, we should be good. But if anything happens, c'est la vie. The only thing that we really need to do is just actually work together this time, as opposed to it just being dawned onto one single group, one single man. Like now we can actually work together. That's how I'm seeing, and that's how I hope it continues to go like this.
Do you prefer like now versus before?
Um, for me, it, it's a mixture of yes and no. I prefer it now because, as I stated before in the first question, it's a new canvas. We can start with new things, more potential for us lore writers to go ahead and actually create something inventive. But I'm disheartened again because of the whole like our lore got scrapped. The original plans, some of those went away, and it's like we've built so much with the red advisor that now it's scrapped. You see what I mean? So much work for it to just go up in flames.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think we should change anything about it?
Currently, from what I can see, everyone's relatively enjoying what's happening now. So I wouldn't say change anything. I'd just say keep going with how we're going, but don't go above and beyond and go like, oh, let's go ahead and add something that is completely random, that is irrelevant to what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, do you think we need to change anything about it to help introduce new members?
Um, well, the things that we can change, and I see that Emperor is trying to bring in, are like game nights, like interacting with the group, making it more enjoyable, add fun game nights and stuff. Like as I stated before, um, one thing we could add is once we get our game up and running, we could host like tournaments for like stuff that's in game or custom title within reason. Like for example, if someone wins a tournament and gets a custom title, they can name themselves like the Lord of Memes or like something funny, quirky, that sort of thing, but not something that is like derogatory, racist. No titles like that. No titles like that. And then
All right.
also we can add like movie nights. Someone who has streaming services, they can stream a movie or a TV series or something, so then everyone can enjoy it. Or we can do like how he's doing game nights. We can play Cards Against Humanity, some games on Roblox, other sorts of things.
That seems interesting. Have you attended any of the game nights? I haven't, so I don't know if they're going well.
Sadly, I can't. I have predetermined stuff that I have to go to first before I can go into the game. But from what I've seen, they've been going relatively well. Uh, so far so good. I'll have to talk with the Emperor to see if people are actually showing up for those game nights because he's only done it for 2 nights and he hasn't done it since the 26th. So I'll check up with him, see if he wants me to do any game nights or something.
All right. Uh, well, on to the next. Uh, what do you like most about the Imperium?
I'm gonna be repeating myself a bit. Just the potential for new topics with this new name because before we were constricted to only having a certain set of things because it was already predetermined by the emperor, and he was just going like, oh, stick within these boundaries. But now with this new name, that those some of those boundaries are now released, and we can go ahead and do what we as lore writers can do, think creatively and make something fun. Another thing that I like is that instead of it being uh, like constricted, like how like a lot of things were very constricted. Now it's like even though there's still rules, we're now a bit more open and we're able to actually do more things than how we were before. That's what I like.
Yeah. Uh, we've asked you like what you like, but we gotta ask, what do you dislike the most?
What do I dislike? What I dislike about the current Imperium is that it was brought on without any notice. Like I wasn't. I as soon as I found out the day the thing happened, and then as soon as that happened, it was like something came out of left field, and I'm here going like, what just happened? Like, because there was no notice, there was no discussion. It was just, oh, we're swapping names. That's it. So all the lore that I had written, all the lore that my lore writer had written, gone, everything. And it ticked me off because I'm here like, we spent so much time trying to make the Red Visor Imperium and make the lore, make everything work, and then as well as all the maps and stuff that were done, all that's just for nothing, pretty much. Because then we're gonna have to rename everything. Lore is gonna have to be rewritten from scratch. There's already a bit of lore now from one of the new lore writers, but all the original stuff that we had written, gone, done. So we'd have to rewrite that. And it was just it's just the timing. It was just like there was no notice, like how I said, no discussion, nada. It was just, oh, here here's a new game, here's a new name. That's it. You don't have to say. Have fun. Like it's just like what the hell.
I would be mad at that too. Uh, well, do you think your fellow council members are, fellow high ranks are, good? Like, do you like them?
I don't mind them. The only ones that I've seen relatively do stuff, like I've been doing my thing. Arbiter's been doing his thing, getting his Discord server ready for stuff to Ministorum. I've only seen us. I've only heard of us two doing stuff. I don't know what everyone else is doing. So, on that note, I can't really say how good they're doing. But I don't mind them. I don't mind them. From what I hear, they're doing their job. I don't know. All I know is me and Arbiter.
Do you dislike or have any grudges against any of them, or you just don't know them completely?
I just I don't know much of them. I don't know many of them. I haven't had a chance to have a conversation with them. The only ones that I relatively know is Oryx, and that's because I've spent time with him in VC and I've chatted with him. Haven't really spoken to anyone. The only other person that I know of is Plague Doctor, the leader of the Shadow Jesters. He's a very good friend of mine, and he's one of the people that I personally am like, if I need help, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to Orbit. If I need help, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to Arbiter. Um, I'll talk to the Emperor. I don't really know anyone else, and of course Oryx.
Or how do you feel about the launch on the 2nd of March that's coming up?
That's that's a tough question to answer because I feel as though it's too soon, but at the same time, I feel as though like so long as everything is ready, we'll be good. Like you get what I mean? It's like I
I
feel
get
as
it.
though it's a bit too soon because it's like, is everything ready? Do we have everything planned out? Is that accounted for? Is this accounted for? Is X Y Z? But then at the same time, if everything is accounted for, I have high hopes. That's all I can really say. Let's just hope it goes well.
Yeah, all right. Uh, that seems pretty. Uh, I don't know how to describe it. Anyways, uh, do you have any words of encouragement or something for other people?
Stay with the group, trust your commanders and leaders. If there's anything that you think that the council members can go ahead and do anything better of, you can DM them, or if you don't want to DM them, you can DM me personally. I can let them know. Um, just stay strong, and if you stay with us, we can try and make this group last. Just talk to us. We'll see what we can do. That's all I can really say.
All right,
Because
nice.
there's no I in team communication is really what we need at this point.
Yeah. Uh, this one's off the books, but how do you feel about the IMB and what we've done so far?
I'm sorry.
How do you feel about the IMB and what we've done so far?
So far, I feel y'all are doing a good job, especially with the interviews. Given you have to go, just make set times for you to actually like coordinate with people, and also like if y'all need any more interviews, just go ahead and let me know. I can answer you as best as I possibly can. But yeah, but so far so good, guys.
All right. Well, thank you for coming. This was a pretty nice interview. Uh, hopefully we'll see you again.
Hopefully.